prom? Ew. It's where the most beautiful girls get asked by the worst dudes to prom, and they're like, yeah, because they finally found someone that likes them. Why is every pretty girl with a horrible looking man? I don't understand. Listen, I'm not shaming people for their looks, but I am though. You give an ugly guy a chance, he thinks he rules the world. I swear to God. Because they got a hot girl, they can be horrible. Like, you're still ugly, though. Can't change that. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's like why like guys with small dicks get like huge mansions to make up for it, you know? Or like really nice cars. You know?
Shut up, bitch!
I mean, these two niggas was standing, they was brothers. They was brothers. They was standing next to each other, high-fiving each other like, oh shit. I was just right there like.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Say goodbye to these little itty bitty titties, bitches. Because 24 hours from now, I'm gonna have a rack.
And you never knew how much I really liked you.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
This is my Halloween costume, guys. All of it, even the props. What do you think I am?
Nasty bitch.
And I'm not going if I'm not having a suite at the Satai. I want the $2,500 room, the best room that they have.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Everybody's saying they need peace, they need love, they need happiness. Bitch, I need 30 bands right fucking now.
No girl has all five. Prove me wrong. 1, more than $50 in their bank account. 2, a significant other that they've been in a stable relationship with. 3, the ability to parallel park. 4, a stable relationship with both of their parents. And 5.
All I gotta say is, get you a nerd. Get you an anime geek. Get you a something like that. Because while y'all mans is out hoeing, mine's in the other room playing Dungeons and Dragons. You know where he at.
If I can look like this 24/7 and have guys send me money, you can too, sis.
Motherfuckers really be thinking I be playing. I ain't playing with you. I swear for God. Go 48 hours without talking to me. And whatever this was, it's expired, baby. It's a no mas. No more, honey.
Bye, Felicia.
You don't have a daughter. I don't know. Do you have a daughter?
I have a daughter.
You have a daughter.
Yes.
But would you tell your daughter like, hey, I need you to go to school. I need you to get your degree because I don't want you to depend on a man.
No.
Would you push her to say, hey, be married, do this, do that, like just depend on a man?
Me personally, I'm telling my daughter now at 13, the most important thing she can get in life is a good man. More important than your degree, more important than your fucking career, more important than any of that bullshit. Because how many fucking celebrities that you know that's rich, famous, got more money than you gonna ever get in your life, have more fame than you gonna ever get in your life, and they're miserable. They don't have a man, they can't keep a man. They're miserable. Look at Taraji P. Henderson. She like 50 right now, going on a fucking vacation trying to find, what the fuck she said? Her inner peace.
She did say she was unhappy.
You know why? She has no fucking man because you were made to pair with a man.
All right, listen up, guys. This one's a game changer. We need more men in the manosphere, especially those red pill warriors, to step up and really put their money where their mouth is. It's time to be the change we want to see. And if you've got a daughter, here's the mission: raise her to be pure, feminine, and goal-oriented. Encourage her to aim for marriage to a great man by 18. Why? Because in the feminist West, where the dating scene is as appealing as day-old leftovers, your daughter will have her pick of high-value men. Most Western women are out there living the used-up and hosed lifestyle. But your girl, she'll be a diamond in a sea of cubic zirconias. Now, let's get real. If your daughter heads off to college, she's at risk of becoming a feminist recruit and joining the For the Streets Brigade. So why let her go through the gauntlet of middle school and high school, where the bad influences are everywhere? From teachers pushing feminist agendas to classmates on the frequent flyer program, it's a minefield out there. Homeschoolers, on the other hand, tend to score higher and avoid the college is just ho university trap. So keep her close, steer her right, and let's change the game. Because the future's bright when you've got a plan and know how to avoid the pitfalls of today's educational system.
When you join a sorority, you have to sign a contract agreeing to let them monitor your social media, which at the time I thought was kind of weird, but I was like, whatever, I just won't post pictures of alcohol on my Instagram. It'll be fine. Like, I'll keep my Twitter clean. It goes a lot further than that. It was super strict. If you were under the age of 21, you couldn't even post a picture with a red Solo cup in it, because if it's in a red Solo cup, it has to be booze. You also couldn't cover up stuff with stickers. Like, if it suggested there was alcohol, you can't post it. You also have to give them access to any private accounts, so like a Finsta or a private Twitter, even if it doesn't have your name or face attached to it. If they suspect that it's you running it, you have to let them follow it.
It's not that these sororities are strict about underage drinking, far from it. In fact, they're practically rolling out the red carpet to frat parties. The real kicker, they're all about keeping the drinking under wraps. I'm pretty sure that sorority sisters hit the bottle more than any other female demographic on campus. But oh no. These Decepticons don't want any evidence floating around on the internet. They're like, we're here to party, but let's keep the paper trail as invisible as our sobriety at those parties. Classic move, live it up and then act like it never happened. Cheers to selective memory.
What do you think the average body count is for a college student?
For like murders?
No, like people they fucked.
Oh, okay. Probably for murders, 0.
Average college student, I'd say 4 to 6, probably.
6?
I'm gonna say 15 to 20. 9. I'm in 23. We're random.
That's a big variance.
Quote of the day. Some people are hoes.
20. Yeah, I'd say 20. Guys are probably higher, but girls probably 20.
It's like 2 more than guys say and like 5 more than girls say.
Okay, that's a different answer.
I would say at least 8, 9.
What's your body count?
15, 16.
Okay, that's respectable. What's your body count?
Oh man, do I want to disclose that to like
you don't have
a bunch of random people?
What's your body count?
Statistically, if a woman's body count is 5, the chances of a successful marriage plummet to about 25%. Yep, that's right, 1 in 4 marriages might make it if she's got that 5 body count. But wait, it gets juicier. Imagine these ladies start off as virgins when they graduate high school. Fast forward to college, and suddenly their body count skyrockets to 10 or 20. Guess what? That means their odds of a successful marriage are diving down faster than a rock in a pond. We're talking close to 0% here, 0. Zilch. Nada. It's like planning a romantic getaway to a deserted island, only you're the only one who shows up. Now, if you're curious about how to estimate a female's true body count, here's a pro tip: just multiply her reported number by 3. So those 10 to 20 body count answers. They could actually be somewhere between 30 to 60 bodies. Yup, you heard that right. It's like they're competing in a world record for the most experience accumulated before graduation.
There's not many rules I live by. Maybe don't do drugs outside of a party setting. Don't date frat boys. Be a decent human being. But we have one life, one simple existence to do whatever the fuck we want. And here's what I say to that. Sleep when you're dead.
So here's the scoop on those college thoughts in Miami, according to the Post Info. This is what most females are up to in the so-called college experience. They say they don't date frat guys. But let's be real, they're definitely sleeping with them. Classic move. Women today are masters of wordplay. Gone are the days when they'd only sleep with men they're in a relationship with. Now. They're probably having more action while single than they do in a relationship. You just can't make this stuff up. It's like they're living in a reality show where the rules of relationships have been flipped upside down. The experience they're chasing. It's basically just a euphemism for I'm here to collect a few notches on the bedpost classic college antics. Welcome to the new age of dating and relationships, where commitment and consistency are as rare as a unicorn.
So in college, I was in a sorority. I was really into the whole Greek life thing. I would go to all the frat parties and I was like, these are awesome. Until I started talking to the guy who planned the parties, the social chair of my favorite frat, and realized what it was really like behind the scenes of these parties. So the first thing I need to touch on is the jungle juice. And if you don't know what jungle juice is, good for you. You probably have a higher life expectancy than I ever will. Jungle juice is like the liquid that they would serve at these parties. It was basically like cheap fake vodka, Gatorade, Natty Light, and like water from a puddle they found outside. So the pledges were the ones in charge of the jungle juice and making sure it stayed full the entire night. They had to make sure that there was always liquid inside of this cooler. That way the sorority girls always had something in their cups and never could complain about needing a drink or not getting one fast enough. So the pledges literally just had to keep the cooler full of liquid no matter what, or else they were in trouble. So when the ingredients would run low, I've seen some disturbing things. For example, I saw them fill it with warm tap water. I've seen them fill it with old cups of jungle juice they found sitting on the floor, which was, I will admit, innovative. Disgusting, but innovative. One time I saw an angry ex-girlfriend spit in the jungle juice and they kept serving it. So we were all punished for that breakup that night. Thank you, Danielle. One time I was like, oh my God, this jungle juice is a little bit spicy today. It was raining outside. And that's when I watched the pledges take the cooler to the back and just let some rain fall in there. I love a good secret ingredient. I've also seen them mix it with their own arms because they couldn't find any clean spoons. I mean, their resourcefulness was inspirational. They also had really creative themes for their parties. There was like ABC parties, which was anything but clothes. So you just couldn't show up wearing clothes. You had to wear like newspaper or trash or something. Kind of weird, but eh. Another amazing theme they had was stoplight parties, which were my nightmare theme. Stoplight parties are parties where you just basically show up to be embarrassed about whatever your relationship status is. It's like you wear red, yellow, or green. Red means you're taken, you're in a relationship. Yellow means it's complicated, and green means you are single. But looking back, who would wear yellow? Like, what does that even mean? I can't remember if I have a girlfriend or not. Do you want to kiss? I'm probably just biased though, because when the guy I was like dating was telling me about this party he was planning, I was like, oh my God, like this is the night we're making it official, right? Then I went over to his house and he showed me his green outfit that he had just bought an hour after I had just ordered my yellow outfit from Amazon. But whatever, I'll get over it. That theme was just stupid. I'm not mad at you anymore, Mason.
These party scenes are straight out of a college student's wildest dreams or nightmares, depending on your perspective. We're talking about spiked Kool-Aid, like something out of a frat boy's chemistry experiment gone rogue. You know, because nothing says responsible college experience like turning a childhood drink into a gateway to chaos. And let's get real here. Why do you think these frat houses are practically a soda fountain of bad decisions? It's not just to get a laugh at their wacky dance moves. Nope, it's all about lowering inhibitions and making sure everyone's on the same page, or at least trying to remember what page they're on. The goal? To get everyone nice and loose, which, let's be honest, sometimes means lowering those pesky consent barriers. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if a sizable chunk of these college gals at frat parties ends up adding a few more notches to their body count than they'd planned. I mean, you don't think every night ends with a Cinderella ending, do you? More like a find yourself in a questionable situation kind of deal. So yeah, it might not be every party, but come on, let's be real, there's a good chance that some of these ladies are clocking in numbers from some Chad Tyrone type of frat star. It's like a rite of passage in college. You show up for the cheap drinks and wild times, and hey, you might just leave with a few stories you won't remember and a number you'll probably forget. This isn't exactly a newsflash, folks. The party scene is as much about collecting those wild stories as it is about making memories. And if you're still trying to figure out why that college experience sounds a little too chaotic, well, now you know.
Did you even have fun in college if you didn't get chlamydia once? Asking for a friend.
She wrote in the video description,
hold up. Let's talk about this video description for a second.
Worry.
She writes, I only
As
had
if
it once,
that's
don't worry, as
any
if that's
more
supposed to be some
reassuring.
kind of reassurance.
Hashtag,
Come on,
sorry,
just
mom,
one time doesn't
hashtag,
exactly
college is
scream
rough,
I'm a saint,
hashtag
does
college,
it?
hashtag
It's like
men.
being the last kid
Some
picked
poor
for
guys
dodgeball, and then bragging about it? No, sweetheart, once is still too many. Seriously, this is the kind of person who's been around the block, and I'm not talking about a leisurely stroll. We're talking about being passed around at frat parties, or maybe even taking a spin as the glory hole for college athletes. And now she's just casually dropping it like it's no big deal? Girl, you just said the quiet part out loud. Only your close female friends and maybe a few gay men would even know about this. And then we have these random chicks posting about their college escapades with hashtags like sorry mum and Collegeisera. Notice how they look like they could be good girls but are flaunting their bad decisions proudly. It's like a badge of honor for them. I mean, seriously, who thinks it's cool to broadcast their questionable college experiences to the world? This stuff is still up on TikTok 4 years later, showing just how messed up our culture or the lack of it is in the feminist West. And let's be real, if the hashtag says sorry mum and not sorry mum and dad, there's a strong chance that this girl was raised by a deadbeat single mum. I'm willing to bet that dad was only around for the occasional weekend visit, probably only showing up for a quick hug and a see you next time. How is a single mum supposed to raise a daughter properly when she's got her for 95% of the time and can't even manage to give her solid direction? This is what happens when culture takes a nosedive. We're left with a generation of women who think sharing their sketchy college antics online is totally fine, while the men out there are left scratching their heads, wondering how they got roped into marrying someone with these kinds of credentials. It's a hot mess, folks, and it's right here for everyone to see.
She's tired. She's just trying to continue with life, even though deep inside, she's fading. She's me.
Oh boy, college is just the beginning. Wait until she's thrown into the real world, dealing with bills and that nasty college debt. The stress of paying off those loans is like a weight that keeps dragging you down, stress that could have been avoided if she'd saved herself for marriage and embraced the joys of staying home to raise a family. Instead, she's in for a rude awakening. Let's be real, college and a career are basically like dog years for your life. They age you faster than a high-speed chase through traffic. Why do you think educated career women hit the wall so hard? It's like every decade they slam into a new wall of reality until they end up looking like a mix between a tired Hillary Clinton and a grumpy old cat lady. It's like they collect walls as trophies. These women are among the most miserable people on earth, and no wonder. They're the ones who end up becoming Karens and PMS, perpetual moaners about everything under the sun. They're so busy fighting the world that they forget to enjoy life. Meanwhile, MGTOW men going their own way is pretty clear: either go to college and live the grind, or get married and enjoy the fruits of a stable relationship. You can't have both. So ladies, if you're thinking of juggling a career in college while diving headfirst into modern dating, remember you're setting yourself up for a wild ride. And let's face it, the ride might be more like a roller coaster with no brakes than a smooth, successful journey. Choose wisely, because in this game you can't have it all. As always, wishing you tremendous success. Now, it's your turn. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.